What's up, Facebook? You thought you was gonna get rid of me today? Absolutely not. How's everybody doing today, man? Let's go ahead and get into the frequency report. What God got going on today? Huh? Let me go ahead and share it, cause sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, and she ain't about the drama. She ain't about the drama. I want to speak on something in here about Son of Man. It's like different degrees to the sun. When people come in certain frequencies saying, different things, I want to make them aware that there's also different levels of Son of God. I'll just say it like that. When one gets in the attainment of Son of God, there's many archetypes that one must play, doing this job for God. So, why you put that in there quick? Oh, don't arrest the newspaper. Oh, so what I'm going to do, read some definition and read a couple Bible scriptures to go along with what I'm reading, and then a couple of them I might just throw out there. I got to try to make this short because I have something that I have to do. So let's read this here. We're dealing with the Son of Man, a paradise son who comes to serve humanity, divine sonship achieved through an imaging of the Adam Kadmon, and consequently of the Father. It is the refashioning of our nature to the divine nature, and that's in Daniel 8 and 18. So Daniel 8, no, not Daniel 8 and 18, Daniel 8 and 17. So Daniel 8 and 17 says, and in every city and province, as the king's decree arrived, Jews were filled with joy and had a great celebration and declared a holiday. And many of the people of the land pretended. Look at I'm in Esther. I'm in Esther. I thought I had a mark. Yeah, I did have it. Let me get to it. Because I pulled my what's the name, my little timestamp thingy. I pulled out the wrong let me see. I don't want to lose that one then because I gotta read Genesis 2. I should have been on it already. 8. Okay, yeah. Look, it is marked. I have it. I have my thing in it. I thought I had a piece of paper in there. So Daniel 8 and 17. So Gabriel, we're talking angelic. We're dealing with angelic type of situation, and people know from the archangel and the ascended masters where you will find Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and so on and so on. So 17. So Gabriel started toward me, but as he approached, I was too frightened to stand and fell down with my face to the ground. Son of man, he said, you must understand that the events you have seen in your vision will not take place until the end time comes. So that will be dealing with Son of Man. Again, a paradise son who comes to serve humanity, divine sonship achieved through an imaging of the Adam Kadmon, and consequently of the Father. It is the refashioning of our nature to the divine nature. So dealing with the Adam Kadmon, I'll just read that real quick so you'll know what that is, so people are not searching around for that archetype. So the Adam Kadmon archetype would be the light manifestations of the paradise sons and lords of light who have evolved or been created beyond body form of man knows it. In reality, this is the original pre-existing light body form used for creation of the human Adamic race. Oh, now I gotta go back, man. Now I gotta go back. The light manifestations of the paradise sons and lords of light who have evolved or been created beyond body form as man knows it. In reality, this is the original pre-existing light body form used for the creation of the human Adamic race. Amidst the many possible forms of the thinking creation, this form also allows the bestowed light body to become an extension of Yahweh as it functions as a super species creation. As a super species creation. So the next one we're going to do is Son of God. Son of God. Lords of light or special Elohistic extensions of the Father, including daughters of God expressing the Father's infinite purpose and love in the untangling of rivalry and destructive competition among the hierarchies of the heavens in the Father's universe. They do not take glory to themselves, but give glory to the Ancients of Days in their coordination with the Paradise Sons and the only begotten Son. Genesis 6 and 4. Genesis 6 and 4. In those days and even afterwards, when the evil beings from the spirit world were sexually involved with the human women, their children became giants, of whom so many legends are told. And there's somebody actually in that giant attainment right now. And if you're watching me, how is your beanstalk? How is your lesson on the beanstalk? And then the next one was in Job. There was two scriptures here. One was reading is Genesis 6 and 4, and the other one is Job 1 and 6. So Job 1 and 6. One day, as the angels came to prepare themselves before the Lord, Satan, the accuser, was with them. Now I'm going to read it again from the top. Lords of light are special Elohistic extensions of the fathers, including daughters of God, expressing the Father's infinite purpose and love in the untangling of rivalry and destructive competition among the hierarchies of the heavens and the Father's universe. They do not take glory to themselves, but give glory to the Ancients of Days in their coordination with the Paradise Sons and the only begotten Son of God. Like again, Genesis 6 and 4 and Job 1 through 6. There was some other ones, Bible scriptures you guys can kind of look into yourself, but I will get them to you. Thank you. Thank you.
So can you see that?
It shows this is copy link as well. No, it's just it says okay. Oh yeah, now I see it. I see it now. Don't own the rest of your Facebook.
No, just sit.
From there? You can do it from there. So that's cool then. That's a real good thing. Okay, there's other forms of sun. There's also the sons of light. You have the sun universe, and you have the sons of heaven, and you have the sons of Israel. You have the sons of Israel, children of the seed program of Yahweh for this eon, in the heavens and on the earth. The children of light who have loyalty to God first. The children of light who have loyalty to God first and work for the good of humankind. They are not purely geographic nor chronological expressions of the covenant. Rather, they represent the various souls incarnate in different peoples of the world, so God's people are not neutralized by one group of light workers. All right, I want to read this because I'm already on this page, so we're going to read sin. What it's spiritually, where do we look at sin? That's why no man can say that he hasn't sinned. Everybody sins. Sin is a talent. It's a skill that man does when he's dealing with sin. So let's read what sin is. The consciousness, this is sin with an uppercase, so as above, so below. So as an uppercase, the consciousness of limitation as a result of the failure of spiritual biological experiment. That's a sin. That's for the people that are in that spiritual attainment. We don't need to go that far. Sin within the lower world. Sin within the lower world. Anything that prevents the living light of the infinite mind from being creatively recycled through the body vehicle. The consciousness of having a talent and not using it for the benefit of humankind. So meaning, I can give you a little bit more clarity on that one. It's because man is a sinner and he's very good at it. And he's able to pass on different things. But don't just keep on sinning. You have to turn your talents around. You have to turn your talents around because God gave you the ability to use your being. So the fact that you're using your being, you're in a talent that you're already sinning in. And sin is not a bad thing. People look at it in there's different perspectives of how you look at sin. What is really a sin? Not to do what God told you to do. You're sinning because you're trying to be too good for the people. You're trying to be too good. So you're sinning right now. You're not using the talent that I gave you. Because if you don't tell the truth, then the people are going to think that you're God. So if I don't explain these particular things here, that's why when people see me, I'm recycling my talent through the grid. I'm recycling all my gifts and all the things that I know how to do. These things people have seen before on TV. And people paid for these. People recycle their gifts. Look at anybody that's been on TV. as you can look at, any superstar. Look at Coolio, he just died. Look at Stevie Wonder. I wonder if he was ever blind. That's another thing. Thank you. That's what I wanted to read. That John. I wanted to read something out of John because it's gonna make. Hold on, let me read this here too, because it's something else that I pointed out. Something that I read the other day talking about the watchers. So let's just read this here. The watchers, ascended masters in the physical form who know the collective reality of space-time overlap. They know the point of the return of the Merkaba and the ascension of the species. They can spiritually differentiate between the forces of the brotherhood and masters of light and the numerous forces of spiritual darkness who do not respect the living God. Ezekiel 3:17, and I'll give you Isaiah 21:8 on that one. But anyway, let's flip the script real quick because he got it on my dome cat. John 9. Yeah, John 9. So when I look at this here, to give people the same thing that happens in John 11. John 11 talks about the whole deal with Lazarus, and then it speaks about John 11:4, which is 4:1, which should be a message. But when Jesus heard about it, he said the purpose of his illness is not death, but for the glory of God. I, the Son of God, will receive glory from this situation. So then, therefore, his grace is sufficient dealing with Lazarus because he knows something that the people don't know. So Lazarus has experienced something that he knows exactly what he's experiencing. But dealing in 9:9, talking about the blind man, let's see this here. As he was walking along, he saw a blind man from birth. Master, disciples asked him, why was this man born blind? Question mark. Why was it a result of his own sins or those of his parents? Neither. Jesus answered, but to demonstrate the power of God. All of you must quickly carry out the task assigned us by the one who sent me. For there is little time left before the night falls and all work comes to an end. But while I am still here in the world, I give it my life. Meaning, the blind man was going to be able to see because Jesus was going to be able to restore back to him because he forgot. He didn't take care of what he needed to take care of, and then now he's back on the planet to pay for something that he did from his last life, and now people are trying to figure out and blame it on God why the man is blind. He actually can see. That brings me to Stevie Wonder. I wonder if he was ever blind. How can a man write so much songs and stuff like that if he can't see? Where's he getting his visions from? That's going along with everybody's worlds and with everybody. He's writing about our worlds and he can't see what we're doing in our worlds. There's the truth. So obviously Jesus made him see. Even though he blind, Jesus made him see, but he wasn't that kind of blind. He was spiritually blind. He didn't have any information. He had no knowledge about any of that kind of stuff. So Jesus shined his light on him and then he could see. Because he was never able to understand anything. So he can't even see his own way around here. And he can see. He don't understand nothing around here because he forgot. He forgot. I mean, Jesus shined the light in on him, and then now he can see. It's like, whoa. Yeah. It says it right over here in 9, within inside of the same chapter, actually. So it will be John 9 dealing over here in 39. John 9:39 will say, we'll do 9:38, 9:11 on that. Yes, Lord, the man said, I believe. And he worshiped Jesus. That's a profound, thing here because it routes right back to John 6:32. It goes back to John 6:32, and it's beautiful. 9:38 goes back to 32. 6:32. Jesus said, Moses didn't give it to them, my Father did, and now he offers you true bread from heaven. And then we got 33, which is symbolic to me. The true bread is a person, the one sent by God from heaven, and he gives life to the world. Amen, man. Amen on that, right? Or should we say, yeah. I know, man, I'm something to deal with. You got to be excited about doing what God tell you to do. Let's see. Yeah, so that talks about the whole thing, and I'm not going to really get into that because I already talked about that, and I didn't talk about anything, man. I didn't talk about anything. I think that's it, though.
Man, I think that's it. I think that'll be it, man. What's this right here? I see something over here. Action Jackson.
Lord, look at here. Action Jackson 2 and 36. That would be Acts 2 and 36. Watch this, man. Therefore, I clearly state to everyone in Israel that God has made this Jesus you crucified to be the Lord, the Messiah. Huh? Man, that's something to get excited about, right? I know it is. Go ahead and celebrate and say amen. Look at it again. Over here, man, it says something here. I like 13. I love reading 13 in the regular Bible because it talks about, something I like to see. But in Acts 14 again, man, Acts 14:11, when the listening crowd saw what Paul had done, they shouted in their local dialect, of course, these men are gods in human bodies. They decided that Barnabas was the Greek god Jupiter, that's Sagittarius, and that Paul, because of he was the chief speaker, was Mercury, which happens to deal with Virgo. Mercury and Virgo. Okay, the local priest is the temple of Jupiter, located on the outskirts. So there's a local priest of the temple of Jupiter, located on the outskirts of the city, brought them cartloads of flowers and prepared to sacrifice oxen to them at the city gates before the crowds. Look here. But when Barnabas and Paul saw what that was happening, they ripped in their clothes in dismay and ran among the people shouting. Yes, because this is why they did that. Because over here in 82:6, Psalms 82:6, this is what they knew. They knew who they were already. So in 82:6, I have called you all gods and sons of the Most High. And in 7, but in death you are mere men. You will fall as any prince, for all must die. So then they already knew that. The people, because of their education and stuff like that, they already can see, okay, I know that's the god of Jupiter, the way he just so blunt and come out of his mouth, then mixed with the Mercury of information and communication and Virgo energy all up in there, we might be dealing with one being. That's pretty much what's going on. But it's like, why are you doing all of this stuff like that? Men, what are you doing? We are mere human beings like yourself. We're just superhuman beings. That's it. That's it. Superhuman beings, man. That's it. Men, what are you doing? We are mere human beings like you yourselves. We have come to bring you the good news that you are invited to turn from the worship of these foolish things and to pray instead to the living God who made heaven and earth and sea and everything in it. You see, bygone days, he permitted the nations to go their own way, but he never left himself without a witness. There were always his reminders, the kind things he did. Man, who's that? Oh, that'll be it in my phone call, man. But I got it. Hello? Give me 1 second. All right, people, I have a very important phone call. I got to talk to a very important person. I got a very important person on my phone right now. Okay. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here. The father's the mother. She married God. God can do whatever he wants to. I'm the son of God, and I'm like my father. Don't call me a mama's boy. I tell God on you. Maybe the father had me come back again, man, and do a little bit more Bible, but I'm going to go and talk to this very important person. Peace.